Good night,
kapeash.
hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, y'all in for a good one. Y'all in for the good one. All the intro stuff is cut the fuck out. Listen to her.
All right,
What
hold on.
is
Let me
50
summarize real
50
quick.
in a relationship? MJ, Doc, go.
It's not about, hold on. I want to get back to, because you were making a point before we started,
Okay.
right? And you used the term priceless because some people refer to their significant other as priceless, right? And when I hear priceless in a term of a relationship, I feel that it is used, or at least in my, obviously you might have a different like way of putting it, but I feel that comes to like a currency of years, right? Years of happiness or years of sorrow or whatever difficulty, whatever it may be. A person will cost something, whether it be, the changing of who you were. It'll cost you who you were as a person before to make a new person for this relationship, right? It could cost you years out of your life if it's in a negative fashion. And so like everything has a cost. So that's like I was trying to figure out what you were gauging that priceless, off of.
Priceless, my definition of priceless in this situation of 50-50 relationship, ladies and gentlemen, for just joining us. Priceless is the unexpected, that didn't know she can do it, that didn't know he can do it, that didn't know that was coming, didn't see that right there, didn't know I was gonna be put in this predicament, and that significant other helped you out. You know what I'm saying? That's
So
when I mean by
doing what other
priceless.
people. Okay, so basically the person holds something that you feel nobody else would be able to do in the same fashion for you, right? Like they are like the way I
Right?
see it is like me and my wife, we see ourselves as a good fit, almost a perfect fit. We may not be perfect like individually, but as a couple, we pair very well. She is very mother oriented. She likes to take care of the house, and I have always been very bad at keeping the house together. And in order to help out with her, she knows that she needs to communicate with me due to the ADHD and autism. I have to be asked, and I know that's terrible. A lot of people don't like that, and they think that I'm a terrible like man because I have to be asked. But it's one of those things that I like to take the load off of her. So if she doesn't tell me what she needs help with from the top of her priority list to at least, a certain point, I can't take the heaviest load off because I'm just going to do what I see in front of me because I have ADHD. I'm just going to clean what's in front of me until it's done. But if there's
Okay.
details stuff, she has to list that. You know what I
Can I
mean?
pause you right there for a second?
Absolutely.
And that's good. And right there is what I'm saying, priceless. Because what I mean by priceless is if you took the load off without, you know what I'm saying, do it. Because what if she start telling you things that ain't the heaviest load because you already did it? That's to her would be priceless. And the thing that you do for you without you asking, because it's just her nature of doing it, I would consider priceless.
What up, money? Long time no see, homie.
And when you looking, I don't know. I know, but I don't want to just say it and just because everybody, because once you put for everybody, then it's not. But that significant other of that hunt is so things that you know what I'm saying you
So you're
struggle.
thinking more along the lines of like irreplaceable than priceless. Like I get you're saying priceless, but like from my mind,
And
I
you
would
could
think that as like
that's a good term
irreplaceable.
to use. I'm not gonna
But
knock
even
that
even
term.
if you say priceless, so do you don't think relationships are 50-50?
No.
No.
I'm
No,
just saying.
absolutely not.
I think y'all using 50-50 in the literal sense. It's like
Because when you say 50-50, it's supposed to be literal.
Yeah, you're using 50-50 as a literal term. It's 50% to 50%.
So
So
I
why
think,
wouldn't we
and
take
I
it
think that
literal?
that's unfair to hold as a standard. I really don't. I think that having
Nobody can
asked
give
somebody to come to
100%
you
every
50,
single day.
right? Some days I can give my 100. Some days I can't.
Right,
Some days I just need a nap.
right.
Let me take my nap. Wake me up when I'm done.
And
Or let me,
that's why you got a lot of people that'll start doing TikToks, and they've elaborated. When my wife isn't feeling to her 100%, I'll cook. When I'm not feeling to my 100%, she'll cook.
Right.
One
And
of
I
us
think
feeling our
that's
100%, then we'll order out. If we can't do that, we'll figure it out from there and we'll ask for help. You know what I mean? It's one of those things like you can't always give 100. You would like to. I get it. But we are human beings. We are not machines. We have to rest. We have to recuperate. We have to change certain things and adapt. And some of that is resting or mentally like turning ourselves off.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get into the show. I like that intro. We should have more intros like that, especially when topics are spoken off behind scene and they're getting that deep. But a trending topic has been going viral, has been brought to my attention and was suggested to be talked about. Ashlee and Joe. That's all I know.
Ashlee and Joe.
Hey, I know, so corny. I know. So
Hey,
corny.
look, no, I'll listen. All right, I like things that rhyme. I got ADHD, bro. Ooh. I like Eminem for a reason. Okay, I gotta figure his shit out, and he rhymes. It's fucking fantastic.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the viral Ashlee.
it's not funny.
Hold on.
It's funny now until we get serious.
It's serious already.
I haven't even seen it. All I've heard is the names, so I'm laughing at the names. KP probably watched a little bit, so he's probably laughing at what happened. Oh Jesus!
Look at Joe.
This is what we started with. This is what
you thought I was. That's why I had to put it like this. You thought I was gonna do Joe bad. I ain't gonna do Joe.
That is a horrible. Yeah, we're doing Joe bad, 100%. No, okay.
Dude, look like he's blonde hair away from Nazism.
Hey, it's my prerogative on Joe. Let's go. I know I'm gonna get in trouble with all this. So these are the couple, y'all. All right, these are the couple. These are the lovebirds and stuff like that. Just so y'all can get a good picture of who they are and who we finna talk about. All right. They playing too much music. You know we can't play them.
We get in trouble. DMCA.
I was like, who the hell?
On Monday, we reported the story of online influencer and model Ashlee Jenae, whose real name is Ashlee Robinson, mysteriously passing while traveling in Africa with a boyfriend of over a year, Bitcoin investor Joe McCann. Her death would come at an exciting time in her life, which was her 31st birthday, and even a proposal by McCann during her time in Tanzania. So when online reports started circulating that McCann may have suggested that Robinson killed herself, many began calling out that claim. In fact, several users online have went on to say that her fiancé more than likely is behind her death, which caused many to consider how race plays into this story. Comedian Godfrey has now taken to Instagram to share how he too believes that McCann is behind Robinson's death and that he honestly is happy it wasn't a black man who may have did this.
So I don't know if you heard about this black girl who was dating this white man who looked like a skinhead. She was found dead in the hotel room, hanging. My boyfriend decides to report it weeks after she dies. And they show a video of them, being cute, racial, cute, dumb videos that people do. So he doesn't know how it happened. It's disgusting and up that she had to suffer this and her family. My thing is that I'm glad it's not a black dude, because black men get so much bad and negative stereotypes. Bad people come in all races, but for some reason, black men just they're the fucking worst, just the worst. But then people go to the other side and the same happens. I'm really happy that it wasn't a black man. When it's other races, non-black men that do this shit, I go,
Can we pause it for a second?
Finally, some relief. And I feel bad for this.
I wanted to finish. I want him to finish and then definitely.
I'm sorry. I just had to for a second because this is giving me energy of Charlie Kirk's wife. Like, you should not be happy about anything after somebody passing. Like, if you have any empathy or any understanding of what happens in life when it comes to life or death, why are you being happy about any
I mean, just
Any death.
listen to what he's saying. He don't sound like a happy person at all because he studied.
No, he says, "I'm so happy it wasn't a black man."
right.
He is
Like,
genuinely
It's sarcastic
relieved and
with the
happy.
happiness, but yet again, he's happy as a black because yet
But
again,
why on the same video? Like, I get it, but like, it's just it makes no damn sense other than to try to
Guess what?
turn it into
Guess-
a racial
Doc.
thing.
Doc, I'm with you.
I don't know, it's just weird as shit.
I'm totally behind you on this. This is unexpected. I know that when it comes to racial things, Godfrey definitely speaks on the all black, blackity black on the black. I truly do. You know what I'm saying? We did have 7 days up here that will probably be definitely on his side when speaking stuff like that. So I get it. I didn't expect this either. But I do want him to finish, and then we can go ahead and speak.
My bad. I'm gonna roll and I'm gonna mute.
For sure.
Woman and her family, and I believe that this bald-headed, thumb-looking son of a bitch did it.
Now, Godfrey wouldn't, of course, be the only celebrity who has now spoken out. In his Instagram comments, actor Darius McCrary would jump in and post a meme of Shannon Sharpe making a gesture of not believing someone as his response. And over on X, rapper Cardi B would even share her thoughts by saying that girl did not offer herself. For many, they find it hard to believe that Robinson would do.
And I'm gonna stop it right there.
So look, I'll go ahead and do the obvious. All right. Weeks before recording, very happy. Everything was posted and very, public happiness, right? But is there anything on autopsy report? Was there any messages or anything found? Because like craziness, like nobody is happy, like seems to be getting in a good relationship with somebody who has a shit ton of money from getting good on crypto. And then, you have your proposal, 31st birthday. It makes no sense to have no signs. You know what I mean? Like there's normally like over happiness, I guess, is a sign too. So people could probably argue that.
I got a question though. What's my favorite P word? Propaganda.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say pussy. My bad.
Well, for the show, it's propaganda.
Second favorite word. Gotcha.
But why is this news? Is it just
Why is it not?
Because it happened every day, closer to home.
That makes news too.
Those don't make the news. I'm just saying, why is it news? Because she's
why is it going viral? It's going viral because yet again, the scenario, and this is the top of that. I want to get in when y'all get done to it, is why is it always black people don't hang themselves?
Said black people don't hang themselves?
Yeah. Every time that story comes up,
Black people don't do it. They don't do it.
Hold on. So for real, let's go ahead and just call it what it is. This is going to be a similar case as to the Kendrick Johnson thing, right? Anybody?
Ooh, that's tough. I mean, I'm not disagreeing, but I think the Kendrick Johnson thing had a little way more evidence. Like
it had more leaning towards. It didn't have evidence because it was destroyed, allegedly because the dude's father understands forensics and was in the FBI or something, from my understanding, right? Something along the lines. This is more of a we don't have much evidence to go off of from my understanding so far, right? We're just getting what the video is putting to us. That's why I'm asking, was there any
An autopsy was done. An autopsy was done. As a individual, like a private, and autopsy was also done. There's also more to the story that it didn't say in that video. So
that's what I figured. It's pretty obvious that with everything leaning as it is now, the girl was murdered by this dude. But I don't have all the information. That's why I said it's just leaning towards what it looks like.
In the video, that's not, That's what speculation is. But from the information, if we're talking black and white, says that she unalived herself.
Right.
But everybody is speculating she did not do that.
Right, because of obvious history of happiness, things going
Well,
on in her life.
and that's the thing. I'm taking it to a whole nother level, but mental health isn't always visible.
I know that Robin Williams is a perfect example of that.
Exactly. So
Trust me,
I
I
mean,
get that. That's why I said over happiness is also a sign, and people, that's one of the ones that's mostly missed.
But do y'all think
that's my thing. My thing is I don't know what happened. I
Right.
wasn't there. I can only speculate to what it's being said and what the black and white says.
Right. I get it. 100%.
But mental health is very real, and I can't say that she did or did not.
But
Right.
yet again, my question still is going to loop back to why is it always in the community is hanging not allowed to be done in the black community?
I mean, because that was used for many a year and caused trauma throughout the centuries. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's a tough thing to hear. You know,
when you say that, I'm not sure if you're being sarcastic or not.
It was a slight joke. I'll be honest.
No, I'm talking to Kapeash.
Mine was like a slight joke. I just feel like it's
when you say black people don't hang themselves or can't hang themselves, I'm not sure if you're being sarcastic or not.
Why? Why does it matter if I'm being sarcastic or not? The
because
fact
he wants.
is, why is it the matter of the facts when it comes to that in a black community that cannot happen? That does not happen. And like he said, God gave his reasoning. So what do y'all agree with that? Just because it happened 500 years ago is?
Oh no, I do not agree. I don't know why black people don't hang themselves. I've never hung myself. I wouldn't know.
Solid evidence.
The way Nick said that, right? I can't.
Look, I can call somebody that I saved from hanging themselves, and I can ask them, like, you know, what's going through your head beforehand. If you want.
I mean,
he's
that's
pretty open
suicide.
about talking about it now.
I mean, that's suicide altogether, though. Why would somebody choose that way of?
It's
taking
selfish
their own life?
because, you know.
I agree.
In my opinion,
these are terms that we choose to use, and
who is we?
Yet again, when he used the word selfish, you said agree. These are terms that we choose to use.
Okay. You know, normally when somebody say we, I thought you were talking about the black community.
So, KP, did you have a chance to watch the videos that I sent into the group today by chance? I know sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Today,
it was at 8:29 p.m. Well, it would have been yesterday technically, but yeah, Wednesday, yesterday.
I feel like one of those videos is a point to bring up in this conversation.
Correct.
Please bring it up, sir.
All right. Would you like to go ahead and I will share it?
You want to bring it? Yeah.
Yeah. We're just going to
It correlates with the same subject, or are we changing the subject?
No, it's literally correlating with why like sometimes people feel like using different terms or jokingly how they say things. This is exactly why a lot of people do it. I'm not saying that's why KP is doing it, but this is why people are gauging whether you are joking or not, because they want to get a feel for what I'm about to show you. It should be up. All you have to do is pull it in.
We are removing every single illegal alien that's in this country. And I would say a majority of those who've been removed have had serious violent crimes.
That's not true.
Today in the New Yorker.
That's not true. I hope you want to quote person saying that.
That is actually
that's false.
Okay, so that's Stephen Miller's wife, Katie Miller, making blatantly false statements with such confidence, right? And everybody else is saying, no, that's not true. Based on evidence by the Department of Homeland Security. You guys are the ones releasing this information that shows that 85% of everyone detained by ICE thus far this year have no criminal convictions. Okay, so is she just saying this because she's dumb? No. She got her Master of Public Policy at George Washington University. She's not dumb, right? So why does this administration and everyone in their inner circle keep saying such false information so confidently and so publicly? Only they could answer that. But, completely random segue, let's talk about how authoritarians have historically used misspeaking and false information as a strategy. Step 1, say the wild thing. Extreme, authoritarian, flat out lies, it doesn't matter, just say it. Step 2, monitor reaction. If the base likes it, keep saying it. Turn it into a slogan. If there's backlash, I was just joking. Oh my God, you guys take everything so literally. I was misspeaking. Everyone misspeaks. So why do they do this? It creates chaos, and chaos is great for authoritarians. The constant stream of false information. We can't possibly sit around and fact check nonsense all day. So we just give up. We're exhausted. We're like, whatever. I don't even care what's true anymore. I'm just going to go get a little treat. And once people stop trusting reality, the authoritarian gets to define it. What's the truth? Listen to me. I'll tell you the truth. And it builds loyalty. This is used by cult leaders. If you can get your followers to defend information that is so obviously wrong, that's devotion. Hopelessly devoted.
All right, that's enough. Pretty much sets it in pace for you, right? So that's why people are asking if you're joking or not, because they want to see if you're actually purposefully joking or if you're gauging people's reaction to see if it's okay to continue speaking in the same way or with the same thing. I'm not saying that's what you were doing. I'm just saying that was a really good point to bring that up.
You agree?
No, but only because just from my experience, I can't speak for everybody else. No pun intended, but I ask questions because I really want to know the answer. Like if I say, "Are you joking or not?" I really want to know. So I can articulate my thoughts based on
if you're actually making a joke or if I should take this seriously. I get you. Okay, that's solid.
Nene, do you agree
What?
with the video?
No.
Can you elaborate?
I think that people communicate the way that they need to communicate. And sometimes people, like I'm a very blunt person, but I'm also a very nonchalant person. So I say things and really just be joking, but you can't tell by my tone or how I said it that I was just joking.
Okay.
And it's the intent behind it. That's what I'm saying. This video is talking about people that do it with the intent behind it.
So
not everybody has an intent.
Everybody has intent.
Let me ask this question. Let me ask this question. Because the key element that I think we need to look at right now is narrative. Okay. And let's go back to our topic at hand. We could just read titles, and I'm gonna go back and we're just gonna go to titles and let's see what is the main narrative that people are pushing when you're searching it, when we're researching this. And this is new to all this. This is the first time this is in my algorithm.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Based on that video we saw with Godfrey, that's his name, right?
Yeah.
Do you think he want to know the answer to this with real intent? Do you think he have good intentions by looking into this video? I don't think so. Because his delivery.
Which is why he turned immediately to the race thing. I'm so glad it's not a black guy. Trust me, I'm aware. That's why I called it out.
Exactly.
It pays to be able to read things from people, whether it be small little anecdotes, small little words used, changing of the tone, the way that they handle things. You can tell personal bias by a lot of things. And the autism helps me notice pattern changes. It's wonderful.
But just with the personal bias, the fact that he would feel like he need to say that is just so he doesn't have good intentions when it really comes to the case. We don't want nobody to die. And of course we want to find out who's responsible. But the race,
if anybody's responsible at all, though.
Right.
Because we don't know.
Regardless.
But that's the thing. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. If anybody goes on vacation, they've been dating for a year, a proposal, everything looks like it's going fine, right? There's no evidence that lead towards anything. It just looks fishy. Like people's
there
minds,
was evidence that there was some things going on, which is what but because that wasn't in a video that has been posted, I'm not going to speculate.
Okay,
so that's been shown.
So,
well, I'd like to at least know the information that you have that you're working with that I don't, because that
Well,
obviously
I'm gonna
information.
go to that in a second. But yet again, before we get deeper into it, the titles, just these titles alone.
It's to grab attention. That's people have
You know what I'm
realized
saying?
online.
This title right here.
It's literally all accusatory and speculation.
They're pushing the wrong narrative. This is another title. Go outside. Everybody pushing the narrative instead of.
Dang, that dude really said chasing the wrong bag will put you in a bag. What the fuck is wrong with people? I'm sorry, but like, Jesus.
What? What's wrong?
The way you put that, like,
I mean, it's funny but distasteful. You know,
I know it's because of the way the world is right now. Most girls are going for somebody who has a crazy amount of money so they can live a lavish life all their life and not have to worry about work.
Riverside, the fastest way to go.
At least that's what online's been. You're good. That's what online's been saying. Most, people, podcasts and things are saying pretty much the same stuff.
All right.
Lifestyle influencer Ashlee Jenae died during a trip to Zanzibar earlier this month, and now her family is demanding answers. Ashlee's final posts on social media were of her celebrating her birthday with giraffes in Tanzania, Africa, and getting engaged to her boyfriend, Joseph McCann. But there's a local report claiming initial investigations determined Ashlee took her own life during the trip after falling out with her fiance just days after he proposed. Joining me now are Ashlee's parents, Harry and Yolanda, and their spouses. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. So local authorities in Zanzibar initially said that Ashlee took her own life, but you guys released a statement saying that her death was suspicious. What do you think happened?
We're not too sure what happened. That's what we're trying to find out. I got 2 emails today from the embassy in Zanzibar. They said the investigation is still ongoing. That they have not determined the cause of death yet at all. An investigation is still ongoing and still pending right now. So there has nothing official has been released. That's what we're trying to find out. We just want answers.
What was
I ain't gonna lie to myself. This,
you ain't gonna lie to yourself about what?
When I see this, you know what I'm saying? And
when you see the family, the grieving family?
Why would people, I'm not finna say that word and look at them for that. I'm not looking at them for that. What I'm looking at them is, okay, yeah, I'm doing this interview. It's us. I'm supposed to be looking for that. I'm supposed to be getting all that emotion for people to look out and outroar. So, you know what I'm saying, be more uproar. And that's what, you know what I'm saying, social media and the internet and news is for. I get all of it. But what distracts me from even trying to even do that is the white man in the picture. Like,
how you know he white, man?
Okay.
How you know he didn't just have a pigmentation issue?
Yet again, he could at least been matching. He could at least been matching. At least
you know he didn't paint his body white. I'm sorry.
He could have matched, and then you know what I'm saying, that would at least correlate.
Because why is he right? Because why is he in a burgundy shirt?
Right, everybody else is in right. I seen that. That was what got me. I wasn't worried about the white man. I was worried about why is he wearing a different color.
That's what he was talking about. He was saying he's in everything. He's just the white man is in a burgundy shirt. He just doesn't.
I would have just said the white man if it was just the white man and it was all coordinated. I would have said
right.
Going. I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? He's the whoever.
Actually, I think that it's her parent. That's his. If I'm speculating, but maybe that's her mom's because it said these are the parents.
Right.
So I'm assuming the two at the end are the step parents.
Okay. And I want to believe that so bad. And you know what I'm saying? Yet again, I haven't heard all of this. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can see it right there. They have it coordinated. The two centers are the mom and dad. They ended up splitting up later on. They got remarried, and that's why they have them sitting coordinated like that. She's absolutely right. I'm not even going to speculate. I can tell based off of how they're sitting and how they put them and how interviews are. That's how they do
it. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. But when I see my guy down here at the end, it's just like the emotion part that y'all was looking for.
He's got it. Tell me he's not heartbroken. Tell me that man has not been crying.
Man, look at everybody. Man, look at they all been crying. Allegedly. Sarcasm.
Official has been released. That's what we're trying to find out. We just want answers.
What was the initial call like when you first learned that your daughter passed away?
The call was shocking and it was devastating and scary, honestly, because we don't know what's going on, what happened.
What did they relay to you at that time?
Well, the communication came to us from the Hotel Zuri Zanzibar, where they were staying. It didn't come from the hospital or from the police.
Have you guys since spoken to authorities or the embassy?
No. We've had little contact with the embassy, but no, not with the police.
So were you told anything about the manner as to how she passed away or what exactly led up to her passing?
Officially, no, we have not talked to anyone from the police or anybody in the medical field at all. Nothing. Nothing has been.
What was it that the hotel initially told you guys?
That the person, that Joe McCann, who she was traveling with, had that he had found her and that they had taken her to the hospital.
And then a follow-up call from the hotel several hours later.
And I
relaying.
We just think it's very odd that our daughter is traveling with Joe and we don't hear anything from Joe. To me, that's very odd. And initial call that she got from Joe was 11 hours after something had transpired in the room. And that's very odd. 11 hours later,
11 hours.
Something had transpired and Joe just relayed to Yolanda that Ashlee was okay and she was stable and she was okay and don't worry about it.
But that she was at the hospital.
Yes. 11 hours later.
So have you spoken?
Yeah, I was about to say, pause that for a second. So I have, like, you guys mind if I give you a little personal anecdote into why, like, I feel that's not crazy, like, relevant? As a person who, at a much younger age, I didn't do bad things, okay? I waited until after I turned 18 to do very heinous things, but I always had a habit of selling pot to make money, so I had more pot. Well, one day, my girlfriend, almost wife at the time, not my current one, my ex, apparently ran from a cop, blew through a stop sign, was speeding away, and was freaking out and didn't know what to do. She pulled into our driveway, ran inside, shut the door, and said, "He's after me." And I was like, what the hell's going on? She gets taken by the police. I'm freaking out. I don't know what the hell's going on. So I got to go down to the police station, all that good stuff. In the midst of the next 3 days, I am filing paperwork, making calls, and doing all kinds of stuff to make sure that she's safe and all that good stuff. I didn't call her family. They came after me like I committed murder for not calling them and telling them that she was in jail. So, like, I did genuinely forget. And I thought I had it under control and didn't think I needed to, obviously talk to them. This is a little different, but I'm just saying the need to call doesn't always pop up in people's heads, especially like me. I don't carry phones on me most times. Most people have a cell phone. I don't. Like, I have one, but it stays at home on Wi-Fi or it goes to work with me on Wi-Fi. I can't use it anywhere else.
Can I ask everybody something?
Yes, sir.
If your loved one went to a foreign country and passed away, how would you feel? Would you be doing interviews, or would you be where she at, trying to figure some real answers out?
You want an honest answer out of me? Because I was thinking about this like 4 minutes ago. I am selling everything I have that I need to, and I'm buying a plane ticket, and I'm going to these spots and going and doing everything I can without obviously getting into the investigation and ruining anything they're doing. But I'm going to get any information or clues or anything I fucking can. I might not be a detective, but I'm going to fucking do something. I'm not going to sit by and just do nothing. I can't. I'm not that type of person.
You understand, during interviews is a strategy to get money. So, because maybe I can't afford something, you know what I'm saying? You can look at it as like you shouldn't do it. People be looking at it bad way. I look at it as a way as, you know what I'm saying?
It's a resource.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the story out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if enough people look into it and keep covering, you know what I'm saying, then you never know what door can be unlocked.
No, I understand it's
You
it's a form of publicity, but just from my perspective, when I see families look at this, of course I don't want nobody to die. I feel for the families, but when they doing an interview, to me they lack a lot of emotion. You know, so I think maybe they just probably
you understand most of the time these interviews are done weeks after the loved one has passed, and they have been nonstop. Most of them cry.
So my question to you is, why do you want to see the emotions?
I don't necessarily want to see it. I just think it'd be so natural that it automatically show itself from experience.
But that's why they wait, because if they did it directly after, they wouldn't get any words out of them. They just get sobs.
Because when most people are going through anything,
grief,
you know what I'm saying, they kind of don't talk at all, right?
Other than me, sorry, I'm a opposite. I always talk.
Okay, you're the opposite. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when you don't talk at all, you don't talk at all.
Yeah.
But when you feel like it's time to talk, you know what I'm saying, there's no telling who you go talk to. You know what I'm saying? TMZ, your local news coverage, the lawyer, the ex-boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? You reach out with whatever, you know what I'm saying?
So
go ahead.
Here's my problem. My problem is she's not married to that man. They have been dating and got engaged in another country. Something happened to her in a different country. Her next of kin is not that man. It is her family. They should have been notified as soon as she went to the hospital.
I think they were called from the hotel, they said, or something like that.
Yeah, the hospital. I mean, the hotel called. He didn't reach out to anybody until 11 hours after.
Again, I'm one of those people, like, I'm devil advocate, but like I understand the point of view. It's just like your fiance that you just proposed to hung herself, supposedly, right? It could go either way. I'm just saying from one side to the other, because I did the other side, right? So doing it from this side, your love of your life that you just proposed to, you just did all this for, just hung herself in front of you. You just went back to the room to find her hanging. Like, how are you supposed to feel? What are you supposed to do? Can you think about processing that? Because that's one of those things. Like,
I try to put myself in that predicament, and the first thing I would do is, I don't know. I just can't, because I've never been in. I don't ever want to be in that predicament. But
I've never come in on somebody who's dead from hanging themselves. But I had a friend who hung himself while I was asleep, and I woke up to cut the shit so that he could survive. So the freaking out in me, I didn't tell nobody. Me and him freaked out about it. We talked about it, but then we never spoke about it again for years. Like 10 years later, we finally talked about it. So like, I don't know. I can't put myself in that predicament. I can just use what I have for personal experience, and I did not.
Everybody deals with shock, how shock shocks them.
Right.
So,
it's just,
you don't know what type of, I mean, we don't know. We speculating for sure. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, we want this man to make a phone call. And yet again, for once, everybody want emotions, and we're not putting emotions into him. Like, okay, so what did he go through?
Right.
I don't
That's
know.
why I was just playing devil's advocate.
I can't say that grief some people are emotional. Some people have gone through enough to understand that they react to it differently. So I don't know.
So here's my question: if we could change subject slightly, because it just kind of hit me. If we were to look at it rather than a suicide and switch it to a murder, right? What's the motive? What does he gain from this, right? What does he gain that he couldn't just gain from breaking up with her, right?
I don't know.
Or what's a motivational factor that could have brought this on if it was the other way around and we're speculating that it was murder?
I really don't see no motive, and I don't necessarily think either. I think anything could have happened to anybody in a foreign. Anything could have happened.
It's also the Bahamas and a very wide vacation spot, not heavily trafficked for any like crime or criminal stuff. I mean, maybe trafficking at the like not drug related, but like maybe trafficking is a possibility. But wouldn't they take her and not hang her? So it all comes down to one or the other. Like just throwing out random stuff that could be a possibility that it just.
I don't know.
So I try not to put anybody behind bars with like there has to be proof. And if there's no proof, I know that fucking sucks. And it's terrible.
Something doesn't feel right in my soul.
Right, and that's the same thing. That's why I started on the other side because I felt the same way.
And so when I've true crime, that's me all day long. But sometimes things just don't sit right.
Which is why I said I'd be the first motherfucker to sell as much as I need to, get a fucking ticket, go over there, and I'd be right fucking there, tracing every goddamn step that me and her fucking, would go on. I would just go through every fucking logical option. I would talk to people and see if anybody talked to her, see if there's anything that I could get for information. And
yet again, if I can't afford it, you know what I'm saying?
They had to make a GoFundMe. Let's be honest. You have to bring your loved one back from Africa.
Yet again, where so many people that hey, I'm not gonna do a GoFundMe. I'm gonna go on TMZ, and then they gonna do the GoFundMe.
GoFundMe coming soon.
Either that, or they're gonna offer to pay for your ticket and stuff to go do whatever, and then they're going to ask you for a percentage of whatever they would make off of your interviews and shit. There's all kinds of ways to do it. Yeah.
Especially if I gotta go over there and I can't afford it. Hey, somebody help. But yet again,
somebody help.
I'm gonna go all the way back to my main question, my number one question that I'm gonna ask just for the road, just so we can get up out of here. Is why when it comes down to the Black community, hanging is out. That's not allowed. We don't do that.
I mean, mine was slightly a joke, but like, you're right. I know most, like, anytime I've seen suicide, when it's legitimately ruled suicide, no foul play, it's always a weapon or a fall from a height. Like, just statistically speaking.
And there we go. So when it's, and I'm saying that's true, and there's more that suicides are in that category, but we cannot. And what is crazy is to rule out this 1,000.000 because yet again, if we were to change the subject,
I still want to see an autopsy.
If we were to bring up another subject that is very, very sensitive to a matter, a person will bring up that 1% and be like, "This happens. It still happens, though." You see what I'm saying?
That's the thing. We can't make rules or understand things off of the 0.1% or even the less than 1%. We make rules and laws for the general population, and then we critique them based off of the needs.
But yet again, most arguments are brought up when things are happening at a very low percentage. It's just a conversation. Yet again, this conversation seems to happen
a lot,
frequently, a lot. You know what I'm saying? But yet again, when it happens a lot, But when you touch this subject right here, no, let's hands off. It has to be murder.
And my thing is like, this goes into the mental health aspect. Some people aren't as vocal about what they go through to other people. So we really don't know what she may. Now, do I think that I don't know. I really, like I said, it doesn't feel right in my soul, but a lot of people don't speak about it. A lot of people show their happiest times on social media, but don't show that they're going through some real stuff.
Absolutely. And even before social media, people put on a very good face out in public at parties and doing their events and then they would just end up, some of it, obviously Kurt Cobain,
I get it. The cry out for help when nobody hears, but I'm yelling to the top of my lungs. A quote of all quotes of a person, you know what I'm saying, that's going to commit suicide.
Somebody that's forsake their own happiness for giving other people every ounce that they can.
That's crazy. Y'all think she was like had a cry for help, or she was crying for help, or y'all just saying it? Like,
no, we're just talking through.
We don't.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just talking through like certain things.
Situation, there's I can't say neither word, because yet again, if it's true right now at the moment that the autopsy is still going on.
No, the autopsy has been done. They said she unalived herself.
Both of them, the private and
the private one has not gone through yet. They're still waiting for the results of that.
That's
but the other one has already happened, and they said that she unalived herself. So I'm speaking on a mental health standpoint.
Okay.
Because if that's the angle that they're taking it at this current moment, it's mental health.
What? That's what they saying?
The first autopsy says she unalived herself, yes.
So what if the autopsy proves something else? What they gonna say?
Then it's obviously going to change. That's why they're getting
Then it's going.
autopsy.
The private autopsy is going to have a different investigation be done.
No, but what I'm saying is, what if the second autopsy have different, results? So maybe they change it from suicide to homicide.
Right.
Well, then what do you think is going to happen?
Then he would obviously be the only suspect they'd go after, at least to start. Like, he'd be suspect number one. But then again, it would have to show struggle. You're going to see marks from hands grabbing, lifting, right? Because she was hung up off the ground, which is going to cause bruising post-mortem or pre-mortem.
Changing the that will, you know what I'm saying, give us more to go off of. Right now, saying what it is saying what it is. You know what I'm saying? She hung herself. But yet again, if we go back to the beginning, which fired up Doc, that don't happen. See what I'm, and see, this is the dilemma that y'all don't want to stay at. But for real, you gotta stick a needle right there and then go to the next one, because without that question being answered, bro, nothing gonna make sense until they say, yeah, he did it, and this is why whoop he lied. But okay, cool. There you
Mind you, but let's be clear, he is cooperating with the police, and they do have his passport. He's not running from nothing at this current moment. He can't. He is cooperating.
So yet again, the uproar is back to what I said, and that's why I'm bringing it to the light and not sugarcoating it and bringing it to him. That's why the propaganda is there, because yet again, it don't happen. We don't do that. 500 years we was on the cross. We couldn't get lost. We couldn't get tossed. You ain't gonna hang my child on no tree.
This is gonna be a controversial take, but you know what I hate? when people commit suicide, they always put mental health on it. Sometimes it don't be mental health all the time. It could be shitty lifestyle, bad decisions, looking for a way out.
And a lot of people that lead to bad decisions and looking for a way out are mentally
Hold on.
unstable.
Let's slow down for a second. Can you repeat that for me? Not you, Nene. I apologize, but repeat what you just said. It's not about mental health, but
no. Every time somebody commits suicide, they always attach mental health to it. Like this person was going through something and nobody saw the signs, so this person decided to take their own life. Now, I'm saying that's not the case 100% of the time. Sometimes it can be bad decisions, shitty lifestyle, and somebody just looking for an easy way to get out of that.
So what you're saying is they were in a downward spiral based off of poor decisions, which affected their mental health, and it caused them to say, "I'm done."
But what I'm saying is, it don't always have to be a downward spiral.
Oh my goodness!
Like they don't.
I don't know how to explain this to you. You are talking about how it's not a mental thing while the person's going through several things that change their mental and make it more negative to a point where they feel that they don't even belong here, or that it's an easy way out.
How do we know what people were going through? How do we know?
Well, one, you can talk to somebody with diagnosed depression, and they can show you the signs that they seen and made them go get help, or that other people seen and they went and got help because of it. We can look at case studies. We have so much now that we can actually research into. I'm just trying to do this in a calm fashion because, like, the way that you said it was, it's not mental, but it's mental. I know you didn't mean it that way, but that's exactly how you said it, and I don't think you meant it that way. Because, like, poor decisions will, of course, affect your mentality, and if somebody doesn't have a way to change their mentality into a positive one and continues to have negative things happen, that they continue to make bad choices and they continue to think down on themselves to a point where they feel the only way out is to end it, that is 100% a mental thing, a mental illness. That is somebody that needed help and didn't get it. I don't know how else to explain that to
you. I disagree.
That's fine. You can disagree, but like, it's a factual thing. Like, just because we don't understand the in and outs of somebody else's brain doesn't mean we can't understand that they were in a bad place and their mental could have been helped by either friends, family, or a therapist, right?
You just said we can't see the inside of people's brains, so how will we know what they're going through inside their brain?
Because if we just let them sit there on their own.
What if there was no help?
That's the thing. There hasn't been for a long time. That's why you had people, you had people for a long time didn't even realize what autism was.
My question to when a family that's showing love, and from what we be seeing on screen, because you know what I'm saying, just like that family right there that just showed all that love, that showed that like they were very dear. Like they hung out, did barbecue every holidays and stuff like that. That lady looked like she was loved. But yet again, whatever it
because
took, go ahead.
Love is not enough.
Yet again, it looks like she was loved, cared for, and all that stuff. I don't know.
But what I'm saying is that's not enough. If you're struggling by yourself, you could have all the money and all the love in the world.
It doesn't matter if you don't feel like so some people, for instance, you have some people that need to feel respected in order to be happy. You have some people that need to have a lot of money in order to be happy. You have people that need love in order to feel happy. You have people that need family in order to be happy. And those all are changed based off the person, right? And then if you have somebody who their sole focus in life then gets crumbled and they have no like guidance on how to change it, right? It's just going to continue, right? Like I have a young man at my work. He lost both of his parents at a young age, And it became very clear that he needed help in a lot of areas. So I added him on Discord after obviously talking to my manager and making sure it was okay. And he asked me for advice every now and again. He's like 24 years old. He lost his parents like 6 years ago, dude. He hasn't had parents in a long time and he has no guidance. He's lived in an apartment, the same apartment, since they passed, and he has nobody around. He has a sister who is younger than him, and he takes care of her. So, like, his mental needs help. If you know somebody doesn't come along and help him, it doesn't have to be me. I'm just choosing when he needs advice to give it to him. But like, if somebody doesn't help him, don't you think that that could eventually affect him in a negative fashion? He already has a large amount of like depressive issues. Like he goes to a therapist, he goes to a doctor and gets medication, which he only did that because I talked to him about it. He didn't realize that help was available. And if he didn't get that help, he wouldn't be on a better track now and on a more positive note. Just from a small conversation. And that's because I realized he didn't tell me. I noticed it, right? We have to notice as people, and you can't notice by just looking. You have to go conversate with somebody. Don't judge them straight out just because they have a little, people with Tourette's, they have a little tick. People don't want to go up and talk to them. It's stupid. Why not go up and conversate with somebody? Treat everybody equally until they show you they're not a good person. If they're not a good person, cool. Don't hang out with them.
This is what I'm saying. We all stay in an apartment together, right? Just hypothetically speaking. We all stay in an apartment together. We stay in a 4-family flat. So that means it's a family above us, there's a family next to it, and it's a family countercorner to it. We all stay in a family farm. We all go to work and have our everyday lives. You notice one thing we don't know is going on is what goes on in them other houses and how their lives go. Okay? No matter if we go talk to them, conversate, become neighbors. When they needed bread, we give them bread. When they needed sugar, we needed sugar. When we needed laundry, these stuff, they helped us out and stuff like that, vice versa. We could have did all of that. Became one big family. For like we don't even lock our door. That's how well guarded we is. We good. Somebody commit suicide, we all gonna be in shock. We all gonna be like, damn, why we wasn't there for that person? Thinking back every time that we missed and could have missed and all this stuff, knowing that damn, we were just kicking it, and then you're gonna think like, damn, we were just kicking it, we just doing this, we doing all this positive thing. You will never.
I'm out of this one. Sorry, I can't be in this one. Like, you're talking about not noticing things. I have people that message me on the regular because I noticed at a young age and they talk to me every now and again. So that's the difference. This is why I'm talking to you guys about we have to notice. We have to conversate. I talk to people in a respectful manner, and that's what I was talking about. Like,
so yet again, in a scenario like that had happened, you're trying to tell us that factually, if anywhere in the United States of America, family for the flat, or in a 4-family flat, you're in a family, you're going to know anybody that's on a suicidal trail.
I promise you, I know all of my neighbors. I help all of them. They help me. And we are in a Section 8 apartment complex, and that's not normal for a Section 8 apartment complex. If they need help, I help them, and vice versa, because I conversate with people. And it's because of me that happens, because I talk to individuals and communicate and link, because that's who I am as a person, right? That's not normal. So I'll give that to everybody. But this is how we change it. We need that one person to help connect everybody in a positive manner, to let everybody know that there is a way to be better, to get better, to do better.
I'm not going to argue there, but the fact that I was asking you that at any situation, at any time, that you would notice that anybody's on a suicide spiral.
Yes, in my immediate area. Yes, 100%.
Anywhere you'll go, you will notice anybody on a suicide spiral.
Not instantly, obviously, but like my loved ones, the people that I know around me, the people I talk to every day, absolutely. I notice little things. I will pull them off to the side. Hey, is there any way I can help? What can I do to make your day easier? And that's autism.
I don't agree.
That's fine. You don't have to agree.
And I'm going to be a little vulnerable because I was struggling with something that happened for a long time. And it looked more angry than depressed. And nobody understood that I was struggling until one day, my best friend said to me, "You need help. We can't help you. This is too deep." So no, it's not a right away thing. And it's not noticeable to everybody.
What you're saying is the people around you didn't notice, and I'm so sorry.
No, what I'm saying is it's not
You said
always
that they didn't
noticeable.
notice
What I'm
because you
saying
were
is
angry,
what I'm saying is it's not always noticeable.
right? I get
And
that.
even it
Not
doesn't
everybody notices. I get that.
So to say that this couldn't have happened because she looks happy
I was
doesn't
just talking
mean
from a personal standpoint. I wasn't talking about that situation. I'm talking about me and how I handle things, right? But just to touch base, you said that they didn't like
no, I
realize
said
because
nobody.
you were
I said
angry.
no. That wasn't for that. I'm just saying people aren't always. It's not always noticeable. Is what my point was.
Right. You said it came out more as anger instead of
Yeah,
sadness.
it could,
And
or
nobody
you
noticed.
could come out more happy, or you could take the situation and it could be different for everybody. It's not always noticeable. And that was my point. My point
Right.
is people can struggle in different ways. And it may not be, if you don't want to call it mental health, we don't got to. People still struggle every day. That does not mean that you can look at somebody and say, they're all right. You can't tell somebody how they feel. And so I'm not saying that it wasn't noticed right away. No, it wasn't. But what I'm saying is people, you could be around somebody for 10 years and not know that they're struggling. It's not always a visible thing.
Again,
If
I
we look
understand
at,
where you're
okay,
getting from.
Robin Williams was very happy. He made a
It was very
million,
noticeable that he was
thousand
trying to make
people.
everybody happy, correct? And some people definitely said that he needed to get help during that time if you didn't like go and look at some of the stuff.
With that right there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Anytime that you're watching this, I appreciate this. And I'm going to say good night.
Good night,
Good night, Capiche.